Here we are. Chief Roberts said there was a lot of people on this floor, but where are they? Could it be? Oh my god, it's Pierre. Vice Commissioner? What are you doing here? Oh, I should be the one asking that. I came here to meet with the Secretary of Defense and voiced my objections to last night's declaration of martial law. After which I was promptly restrained and brought to this floor. Oh, that must mean Rhines and Grimwood are probably here too. That would explain it. Calling me surprised, I had you pegged as a total brown-noser. This is an unexpected development. Ion system now detecting backbone. Just what are you trying to say? Enough about me. You do realize you're all wanted by the Defense Force, don't you? What in the goddess's name are you doing here? It's a bit of a long story. Excuse me, but aren't you part of the IBC Tech Department? Yeah, my name's David. I'm one of the researchers here. Well, I was until Lady Maribel announced that our department was being dissolved yesterday. My partner had already left too, so next thing I knew, I was whisked to the floor, dazed and confused. Perhaps it'd be best if we fully share what we know with each other. Okay. So a lot of the admin staff are just here. So that's what's going on. The situation here has been deteriorating rapidly since the declaration. How did things come to this? Feels like we're in a horrible dream we can't wake up for. Still, it's good to hear that Clay is giving Chief Roberts a hand out there. You'd explain how sophisticated their attempts at hacking the tower have gone these past couple of days. But I have a question, Vice Commissioner. Are any of the President's collaborators present on this floor? About that. None of them are here, not the President, Maribel, the Secretary of Defense, even the Jaegers are stationed elsewhere. Sorry to tell you, the girl you've been looking after is nowhere on this floor either. I was afraid you'd say that. If not here, then what floor could they be on? We may have to rely on Chief Roberts to get us that info. He's surveilling the upper levels as we speak. Well, in that case, let's take the opportunity to scope out who else is on this floor. Someone here might have some valuable information for us. Yeah, asking around is the best we can do now. Can we expect you to keep this area secure for us, Vice Commissioner? Absolutely. Consider it taken care of. Holy shit, actually asking Pierre to do something? Just take care of yourselves, okay? Don't do anything reckless out there. After all, if you were caught here, your efforts up to this point would all be for naught. Understood. Bear that in mind. Also, we ran into your wife, buddy. I decided to stay with the technology department because I believed in Lady Maribel. Clay felt different. He didn't think he could trust her, so he bawled. We sort of got into a fight over it, but it turns Clay was right all along. The President and his cronies aren't on this floor, but some of them others may know something useful. I'll keep watch over things here. Just don't do anything reckless. The rest of the staff and I have been here since the President declared martial law. Come to think of it, I saw this old-looking girl with the President. This odd-looking girl. Something about her almost seemed mystical somehow. I think I even heard some people refer to her as the Divine Child. When the Speaker declared our independence, it filled all of us working in the tower with a sense of dread. Still, I never could have imagined this would be the result, and I can't even hazard a guess what might be next. World domination? There's people in here too. Martial law was only declared last night. Everyone in the tower is already at the end of their rope. No one knows what will happen next. It's only natural to feel anxious. Hoping the situation gets resolved quickly, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. We're doing what we can to look after the people trapped in the tower. One of them is a little girl over in the East Wing. I just feel awful that she got caught up in all this. Ooh, Shizuku's maybe here. Evidently, the President has been making use of some rather dubious help, and I don't mean the new defense force. I saw a juvenile delinquent in the Jaegers who attacked the city in the tower earlier. They couldn't have looked more out of place. I don't want to ask, but I did have my reservations about them. Okay, so Wald is here somewhere. I should have brought Wazi, I guess, for that, but yeah. Is it too late to swap out party members? Probably. We completely lost contact with the rest of the city once martial law was declared. Even our terminals were cut off from the orbital network. It's just terrible. Miss McDowell. Lanfei, thank goodness you're okay. Are all the IBC staff gathered here? That's right, on Miss Claw's instructions. Things have been so dire in the city, I just wish I knew what the President and Miss Claw were trying to accomplish. I understand your concern, but I think the best thing we can do now is stay here for now. We'll handle this. Alright, good luck to you then. Little doubt in my mind that President Claw is in bed with the Red Constellation Jaeger Corps. Oh, really? They were the ones who destroyed the IBC building. Yet they've been walking around here like they own the place. And that I can't bring myself to keep trusting them. Not anymore. It only makes sense for the security department to need at least some knowledge of the building's layout and shift patterns on the right job. But ever since we transferred to Orcus Tower, I've had a hunch that they've been a lot more skeletons getting stuffed into closets than usual. Just what in the world are they doing? You see, even the stupid people like the guards are starting to finally clue in as to what's going on. That's how you know shit's hitting the fan. Is there anyone in these rooms? Oh, she is here. Why would he leave her here? Thank goodness you're okay. You were brought to Orcus Tower too, Shizuku. Gotta say, I kinda expected your old man to stow you away from all this, not smack dab in it. Yeah, me too. What? What if we, like, take her hostage or something? Not like we would, but I would. What? But whatever. Glad you're safe and sound, kiddo. It's really you. I finally get to see what your faces look like. Wait, see? Has your vision returned? It has, thanks to Kia. She used whatever strange power she had to reconnect the nerves in my eyes. And everything's been coming back, not just light colors and shapes too. Her abilities are unbelievable. It's a miracle only a Septarian would be capable of. Man, who cares how it happened? This calls for a celebration. Yeah, I'm proud that Kia would help a friend like this. She's got a good heart. It's true, I don't think I'll ever be able to thank her enough. But... what's wrong? Kia was trying to smile through it, but I could tell how much she was hurting. She kept saying she had to do this, but it was like she was trying to talk herself into it. Not me. I know that deep down she doesn't want to be helping Mr. Crois or any of them. All she really wants is to go home with you. Damn. Why is she doing this? And why his father? Thank you, Shizuku, for caring so much about Kia. Must have been difficult, being all by yourself up here. We're here to take Kia back, Shizuku. Do you know where she and Arius and the others are right now? No, nobody told me anything. I haven't seen Kia since yesterday, but Father did tell me to give you something if I saw you. McLean left something? A package. He said you should have what's inside. Please, open it. No way. Oh, is it his brother's? Guy used these. There's no mistaking it. Those are Guy's tonfas. The same ones that disappeared from the crime scene, never to be found. The nicks are from a sword. And that would mean the one who killed Lloyd's brother was. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Lloyd. What my father did was unforgivable. It's okay. There's no reason for you to feel responsible. Besides, I'm not fully convinced that Arius is the one that killed my brother. I don't think it is either. I think this is, it's purposefully set up this way, but I think it's someone else. I think there's still a part of the story he's not telling us. What? How do you figure? The cuts on his tonfa do indicate that the two of them were locked in a fierce battle. Based on the number of scratches alone, I'd say my brother put up a decent fight against the Divine Blade of Wind. Well, if you remember, there were 3 friends, right? And we don't know the last person. Because the last person that's dead, they had a grave, but their grave was scratched off. It was Arios, Guy, and someone else. And Sergei was their operator. So there was someone else that we don't know still. But don't forget, the cause of Guy's death was a bullet to the back. Is that what you're getting at, Bannings? Exactly. And keep in mind too, the Guy's badge was found in the Ravash hideout too. So if Arios had the tonfas and the badge was at Ravash hideout, then that means, like, the possessions were distributed. So maybe there were several killers. And that means there's a letter too. Is it alright if I read it now? Okay. Lloyd, allow me this opportunity to return to you what I should have long time ago. With this, I have nothing left to show. Whatever conclusions you draw are yours to make. What I will tell you is that the White Ion is using the Bell's residents to control the magic golems of the city. Should you manage to defeat the White Ion, all should fall silent in turn. That last part. He means the same White Ion we saw that portal thing back at Michelin, right? One that gouged Aurelia Fortress off the map like a scoop of ice cream. Yes, but it should not be capable of using spatial annihilation anymore. Regardless, just what is McLean playing by telling us this? Zero Breaker. That's a good name. It's as if they were made just for you. Yeah. It's almost strange how familiar they feel. Thanks for holding on to these. The S3 will take things from here. We're going to bring Kia back and Arios too. Alright, I can tell you that things have been weighing on him for a long time. What happened to Mother? What happened to me? So much has been on his mind that when he realized what he was doing, it was already too late. And now, it's gonna be okay. I believe in my heart that Iris isn't past the point of no return. Truth is, we're gonna bring your father back home. On the honor of the S3, we promise you that. Yeah, but not before we give the man a good spanking or two for leaving his only daughter in tears. Agreed. We'll drag him back here on a leash if that's what it takes. Okay. But it'll be tough for us to retrieve McLean if we can't even locate him. We're gonna have to figure out where the president and his collaborators have run off to. Kia isn't on this floor either. Yeah. The fact that Arios left us that message must mean he isn't... Oh, I should put it on speaker. Hey, loading crew. Finally managed to disable the security of the elevator. You did? That's perfect, now we can... Hold on there. The thing is, there's hardly anyone left on the other floors. Or at least that's the impression I'm getting from my search. That's not good. Hey, come on. Where the hell are Kia and the others? Well, I did pick up one lead. There's someone on the roof at Orcus Tower right this second. And they have that White Ion with them. The elevator, is it able to take us there now? Yes, I've already released the lock, so just go on ahead and use it. Make sure you're ready for anything before you head up. Acknowledge. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Could be the professor from the society, or maybe... No way to know for sure. If we want to find out, gotta have to go see for ourselves. The elevator nearby should bring us straight there. We can also return to the first floor if we need to make any preparations. Right. I don't know who I'm encountering though, like who should I bring for the story interaction? Shizuku staying in here? Bring my father back to his senses. I will kill everybody on the roof, on the roof. 40th floor. Oh no, it is the roof. Okay. Well, I don't know who's up there, so I'm gonna save the game. She's in bad shape right now. Okay. Talking about the car. Let's see. Cause like that's the thing, if it's the red constellation, right? Then I want Risha to be there. If it's any of the Crois members, then I want Dudley to be there. If it's Wald, Wazi needs to be there. So I need to pick 3 out of the 4, basically. But you know what? I'll just switch Wazi, because that's probably like the most interaction that I want. And then yeah, we'll see. We'll see from there. Thank goodness you're all okay. This is Merkaba Unit 9, patching in. Fran, I presume you've successfully infiltrated the tower. How's the operation progressing? We're nearly at the top, actually. We'll fill you in on what we know. The S3 briefed the crew? I see. Then the final hour is drawing near. Heads up, that White Ion on the roof put up some kind of barrier with a 100 arc radius. So don't expect us to get too close enough to provide you with any cover fire, got it? Alright. Sounds like we're gonna have to dismantle that thing on our own. On a related note, the other two islands already taken care of. One by Father Kevin's Merkaba and the other by Estelle and her crew. They've been working wonders for us. Really? That is welcome news. That's what I'm talking about. Glad they're out there taking dubs. Dubs. More importantly, you guys have better come back here alive. Adios be with you, and whatever you do, please be careful. We will. Everyone's voices, lend me your strength. Yeah, but damn though, Kevin had to use a stigma, and Ren had to sacrifice Patermater. Maybe the head-on approach wasn't such a genius idea after all. You reap what you sow. This is what happens when you fully release your stigma in the real world. If Rufina were here, she'd be dragging you back to Arteria by your ear for being so reckless. Right. Can't imagine the boss lady is going to be too pleased with me either. My paycheck's going to take a real dive now that I totaled the Merkaba. Hell, I'd be lucky if she doesn't fire me if they can't get it working again. But hey, if that happens, I could start all over from the bottom as a squire again. Then maybe someday I'll be backing you up and you can boss me around. You dumbass. Hey. Thank goodness you're safe. I was so worried. You're still so far from realizing the world my sister dreamed of, and yet you go ahead and... How could you be so reckless? You nearly... I know there's still so much more we need to do. This ain't the first time you had to chew me out. Probably won't be the last either. That's why I need you here. So no matter how tough the going gets, stay by my side, anyway. Of course, so if I could ever leave a fool like you all by yourself. Kevin is as dense as Randy when it comes to Mireille. It's the same situation. No, Patermater. The sacrifice. Please tell me you're okay. I know you're in a lot of pain, but this is nothing Gramps can't fix. You'll be good as new in no time. No, don't say that. It's not true. He sustained critical damage to his logic unit. And as you know, there's no backup system for Gordius class archaisms. It'll be alright, we'll fix you. Well. The same day, 12 p.m. It's noon now. Oh, shit, I made it. Aw, man, rest in peace. The sacrifices. The fact that there's no music here makes it even more eerie. Oh god, we're here. It's happening. Okay. We're really doing this, aren't we? Okay, I'm gonna save then. This is the showdown. Hopefully I have the right party. I mean, I have Risha for Red Constellation, Wazi for Wald. Let's do this. Oh, it's Detour, okay. Look at this man. He thinks he's him. He kinda is. Yore, yore. I wasn't expecting our uninvited guests to make it all the way to the top. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's been too long, but I regret to say that I don't recall making lunch plans with you today. Are you certain you have the date and time correct? I'm sure I could pencil you in for another day. Our apologies for barging in without an appointment, but this isn't exactly something we can take a rain check on. We have much to address. Your baseless declaration of independence, the magic golems you unleash on the city. Why don't you save us some time and hand over Kido? I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. What? I think there's been a fundamental misunderstanding. Kia is not being coerced into cooperating with our collective. As you know, Crossbow finds itself in a precarious position, beleaguered by threats on every side. That is her reason for working with us. She is protecting Crossbow on her own free will. Is that what you believe? You say that as if you didn't put her up to it, as if you hadn't orchestrated everything. You were behind the Red Constellation's actions, ordered the raid on Crossbow to stoke the people's desires for independence. He's also the one that probably had Joachim do his thing too, and Ernest. And you were the one who had the IBC freeze Imperial and Republican assets, placing our state into even greater danger. Don't think I've ever seen such a textbook example of hero syndrome before meeting you. And when it comes down to it, Kia was forced into making a decision by circumstances you placed onto her. Who would have thought behind your pressed suits and purely whites was a lying son of a bitch? You're no president, Dieter. But even so, I have one thing to ask. Is this the justice you spoke of all that time ago? Yes. Yes, it is. Politics is a far dirtier game than pretty words would have you believe. In fact, what I've done pales in comparison to the atrocities of our neighbors. Isn't that what every fucked up person says? I'm not as bad as this person. I trust you are aware of the tragedy that transpired prior to the Empire's invasion of Liberal 12 years ago. Oh, is he talking about Hamel? Or the Democratic Revolution of the Republic, a road paved with spilled blood and stolen lives? What are you getting at? How can you imply that what you're doing is now in any way justified because of the past? Justification is not something one is entitled to. It is earned, wrestled by one's own power and will. For you see, I was never fully invested in the Crois family mission despite inheriting the position of patriarch. Truth be told, Belle has dedicated herself to it much more than I have. However, once I saw the light, once I realized my ancestors' quest to create a Septarian was more than just mere fantasy, I rejoiced. At that moment I was filled with gratitude for having been born into the Crois family. For though my lineage, I had in my reach the power to ensure this era of continental upheaval would bring justice to the land. You can't be serious. Are you trying to tell us that this hasn't been for your ego, for your desire to control everything? How can you possibly stand there and claim this is all for the sake of what you call justice? What other reason is there? The IBC has been the largest asset holder on the continent for 10 years. I have no need for wealth. You think I aspire to rule the continent? Please. I'm not a bloodthirsty conqueror from the Dark Ages. It's simple. I could no longer stand the status quo. As the continent is trapped within the framework of nations, pointless conflict is inevitable. The establishment of a sovereign state was never my true goal. As such, Speaker MacDowell's declaration of invalidity means nothing to me. All that matters is that my ideal of justice is to be realized in every corner of civilization. That my justice be the order that leads this world to peace. Do you really believe that? You're building castles in the air. There's no other way to describe it. Damn, I knew you were nuts, but I didn't know you'd gone this far off the rails. Yes, bringing his delusions of justice into being is no longer an impossibility. You're right. If anyone can make this madness reality, it would be Kia, the Septarian of Zero. Such a power goes beyond the conventions of politics, to say nothing of moral integrity. I'll give you credit where it's due. The S3 has benefited time and again from your help. But I realize now, we too put too much stock into your perverted conception of what's just. We're the S3 at the end of the day. We're members of the Crossbelt Police Department. That means we have a duty to uphold the law. a duty to serve our citizens as shining examples of justice. But things aren't always so black and white. I won't deny but we had our fair share of missteps. True. One's stance on justice can vary drastically with their perspective in life. We may make mistakes from time to time, but even so, we will chase after our ideal of justice. You said as much yourself. How does it feel having your own speech turned against you? Hard to believe you're the same old guy who made it. I've always preferred like Yagami from like Judgment, his type of perspective for like justice, where justice isn't a concept, justice equals the truth. And whatever the truth is, whether that harms people or that benefits people, that's justice. It's unequivocal, it's never biased, it is what happens in reality, and that's it. That is what justice is. But the pursuit of righteousness is indeed a noble one, that is to say, when one lacks the power or will to carry it out. Consider the opposite, having both the might and resolve to exercise justice, yet refusing to do so. What else could you call that but negligence? What? You mean what you're doing right now to your own people? They're locked in their own houses, they can't go out, they're afraid of the blue mist? But justice has no set definition. It evolves and grows with each and every person. And the pursuit of it is something that holds value to everyone, man, woman, or child. What you're trying to do is homogenize it, and force your blanket perception of it to the rest of the world. How can you possibly construe that as right? Is that really what it is to you? I am the one who unshackled the fetters of Prospero's political system. It's through me that any reforms were possible at all. You would dare spit on the fruits of my labor? It's a different matter entirely. We have no intention of denying your accomplishments. It's as Lloyd said, you've helped us time and time again. That's all the more reason for us to be here. No one's going to be able to bring you to your senses. It should be us. I once respected you. I even regarded you as family, and now I'm going to make you see the error of your ways. Very well. No way he's gonna fight me himself. What? Is that magic? Stay alert. Vast amounts of spiritual energy are emanating from Orcus Tower. I won't profess to be as adept as Bell in these matters, but as patriarch of the Crois family, I still know a thing or two. Thus, if I utilize Orcus' tower's spiritual conversion function, I can even do this. Did the machine just draw him in? Okay. Good. Visual feedback and controls are fully operational. Using the power of the Septarians, I can control this machine at will. Uncle, what have you... Is he controlling the ion from a spiritual phase space? The hell? Is that even possible? Randy's like, what? Don't worry, I am too. Behold, the white ion is the embodiment of justice I will bring to the world. And now, the time has come to put my principles to the test. Pit your justice against mine, and we shall see whose prevails in the end. Okay, well, come on then. Fine, have it your way. I'll show you what it truly means to have conviction. No way, this is the last fight. Ion type Alpha. Alright. Let's get this started. Triple guard. Oh, is it a physical guard? Okay, got it. Wait, what? Oh, it's triple reflect. Alright, good. Alright, now we can attack him. Okay. It's a one-shot. What the fuck? 9,000 damage? I hate it when it's like, they'll hit me for like 1,000, 2,000, then it's like 10,000. Like, what? Is there like a balance system or something with all this? Alright, everyone heal yourself. Nice, that missed. Lucky me. Wazi would have died. Alright, now we go. That's fine. The more damage we take, the more CP we get. Okay, S-crafts apparently are not working against him. Did he change forms? Okay, we're good. Okay, there's the reflect. Let's avoid using magic because magic will repel. Do this for Wazi. Okay, I killed Wazi. Fantastic. I'm sorry, Wazi. It's all my fault, man. Res him up. And let's have another set of noodles while we're at it. Can't go wrong with noodles. It was like that in Zero, it was like that in this game too. Just keep eating noodles. Never stop. One more, one more. Alright, we're good. Good, good. Burst. It should be over now. Alright, good. Now I can spam this. 1, 2. It is done. Good shit. Nice, and everyone has now capped at level 90. That was way too easy. It's definitely not the last one. We did it. That takes care of that. I still remember, like, I struggled so much on Richard back in the first game. Everything after that is like a joke now. No, wait, its spiritual energy is rising again. But how? Well, that's because the Richard fight was like three back-to-back boss fights. Did I forget to mention the Subterranean of Zero provides this machine with an infinite source of power? The only way to stop it would be to annihilate it entirely. Suppose there's no room in his justice for fair play. If only we could find a weakness. Settle down, I have no intention of taking your lives. That is if you surrender peacefully and subscribe to my ideal. Eh? I mean, I wonder why you're not getting power. Maybe because you're hurting the people that Kia, you know, wants to protect? What? What in? What's going on? The flow of spiritual energy ceased. Damn, Kia pressed the shutdown button on Detour. She said, "It's Windows update time." This can't be happening. She force ejected him. They vanished? The supply of spiritual energy must have run dry. Man, about time. I'm beat. They pulled it off. What is the meaning of this? Why is the energy from the Septarian suddenly halted? It would appear that playtime is over, I'm afraid. Who? New character? Oh, it's Novartis. The Anguis. Novartis of the 13 factories. What are you saying, Professor? What is the meaning of this? Is it another of the society's ploys? Did you lay some kind of trap in this machine? Weren't you told? The only thing you were gifted was assistance. Now that I've acquired all the data I seek, I'll be taking my leave soon. Along with the final model behind you as per our contract. Contract? Are you out of your mind? I bought this machine directly from the society. You've no right to take it back. I'm afraid not. There's been a slight amendment to the terms and stipulations. This is that once the machine has served its purpose, we're allowed to recover it. You can see the dotted line for yourself. The signature reads, Detour Crois. It's all true. That laugh. Oh, she joined the Discord call. What have you done? Where even are you right now? You're not inside Orcus Tower? Of course not, I haven't been there for quite some time. I am with Kia, as the rest of us are. What? That's right, we didn't come across any of them as we searched the floors. Yeah, we didn't. Fucking Wald, man. Yeah, Wald really think he's part of the team. Uncle Shirley. Okay, that should have been Wazi's line. So he really is with them. Wow, things are really heating up now. What is going on here? I don't believe this. All of you are betraying me? My apologies, Mr. President. However, my intentions and loyalties were never with you from the start. My collaboration was always in service to the aims of Mariabelle, as well as her legal counsel. Legal? No, it can't be. But it is. What? Never trust a man with glasses. Classic Falcom. Never trust a man in glasses. Weissman, Gwenter, Grimwood. A tale as old as time. Honestly, I should have saw this coming. Anyways, time to find out why. What? You're kidding. This can't be real. Explain yourself, Mr. Grimwood. How could you scheme like this behind my back? For ages I come to you for guidance. I trusted you. Indeed. And so too have you always been a prized pupil to me, Dieter. Your business sense is second to none. And your skills as a politician exceeded my expectations as well. If you had just one fatal flaw, it's that you're an idealist. Up until now, Father, you've assumed that everything has been going exactly as you planned it. In actuality, every step we've taken has been according to Mr. Grimwood's vision, not yours. From the manipulation of the cult, to the agenda of the trade conference, to the raid on Crossbell City, to the very moment you declared independence. Tell me, Father, just who was it that put those very ideas into your head? Had you remained on track, I would have been content to stay on the sidelines. But I have deemed that it is no longer in my best interest to continue pulling the strings from the shadows. The Azure Zero project will proceed as planned, with myself at the helm. Okay, so you're telling me right before the game ends, I finally get the name drop? The Azure Zero project? Okay, so, but if Zero is Kia, then who's the Septarian of Azure then? What is this? Soon the Septarian of Zero will take its final form, and the Azure Tree, where the ruler of space-time will rearrange the very principles of causality. The Azure Tree. witness its rebirth. I'm so confused. You guys seeing this? What is this blue light? I don't know because the camera angle. To the southeast, near the wetlands. What the hell? You tell me, game. Alright, cutscene. This is actually the longest finale chapter in any game I've ever played. It's ridiculous. They really should have just split this into 3 chapters. Like call it chapter 6, 7, 8 or something. It's a bit misleading with how much you have to do. Not that I'm complaining, just for pacing purposes. Okay, Yggdrasil? That's pretty cool. Can't wait for the Erebonians to complain about this one too. What the heck? What's that blue tree on the side? Just like the orbment shut down and Oriole appearing. Wow, would you look at that? A tree? Magnificent. We're bearing witness to the product of a singularity. An unanticipated miracle that brings even the salt pail to shame. Oh shit, okay, salt pail mentioned. Hold on. Did you say the tree is the true form of the Septarian of Zero? Where's Kia? What have you done with her? I can't understand why you feel the need to ask. After all, your dear beloved Kia is right in front of your eyes. The Azure tree is Kia. It bears mentioning, however, that her heart and body have not been lost in the process. You can rest easy in that respect. More importantly, she has now become the arbitrator of all. There's no need to consider this a grim outcome for her, nor for any of you. If possible, I would like for all of you to remain in your roles as her guardians. This is all too much. None of this crap is making any sense. Right? That's what I said. Well, who cares either way? As long as it's a good time, right? Shirley's just ballin'. Don't you think, Risha? If you plan to interfere, then go ahead. I have no objections to stopping you myself. Doing so is already provided for us in the contract, after all. I don't give a damn what their big plan here is. Wald and Shirley actually say, like, they shared the same brain cell. But if I so much as see your face, I'm finishing off for good. Got that? Wazzy. Goodbye, everyone, and do take care. Before I go, thanks for everything you've done for me throughout the years. You may have been a simple, hopeless, romantic fool of a man, but in the end I can never bring myself to hate you. Dang, betrayed by his own daughter. I mean, deserved. Belle. As curious as I am to stay and watch how things unfold, other plans beckon me to faraway lands. I'll have to settle for reading all about it in the follow-up reports. Wait. I'll be going now. I don't know how much you can hope to accomplish, but at least try to put up a good fight. I would hate for you to provide me with data that's anything less than noteworthy. That nutjob just had to get the last word in. Is everyone okay? Hey guys. We're going to need a status update, but more importantly, what is the meaning of that enormous tree? Well, where do we even begin? Suffice it to say, it means things just aren't over yet. I'm looking at the runtime here. How many more last boss dungeons can we have? Chief, is everyone on the ground alright? Yeah, those magical constructs vanished into thin air. We've already secured the tower. That aside. What in the hell happened up here? A lot. Yeah. Lloyd and the others outlined the event that has just transpired. You have to be kidding me. So Grimwood orchestrated it all? It goes against all reason. Explains a lot, especially taking into account his connections in foreign affairs, business, the police, the guild. The list goes on. Thinking back on it, he had access to all the resources needed to pull something like this off. Hell, if I know what his motive is, though. We don't have time to suss that out right now. Wazi, can you call him Merkaba? I was waiting for you to ask. You're heading over there, huh? I know this might fall outside the scope of our work as officers, but if that's where we're going to find Kia, and the answers to all our questions, then there's no other choice. My thoughts exactly. Someone has to stop Belle. It'd be pointless to surrender after coming this far. And I've got a little family reunion waiting for me over there. And I have a responsibility to go too. Hey, I'm the one providing the ride. If the Merkava goes, so do I. Not to mention I have an axe to grind with Wald. And I have my own score to settle as well. She and I will end this once and for all. This is something I must do. I have questions for MacLean and Grimwood both. I intend to give them the third degree myself. Damn right, Dudley. Dude, that's crazy, man. Like, Dudley's been betrayed by everyone that's close to him. Arios. Maybe even Guy too, because like he didn't know that he had a falling out with Arios if Arios really did kill him. And now Grimwood too. Like shit, man. Dudley's had it rough. He's had it rough. Guess there's no point in arguing with any of you. His best friend dies, and he finds out like that the person that killed his best friend is another one of his like close friends. And on top of that, his counselor betrays him. They fuck. What's next? Sergei's gonna betray me? Lead the city to us. We'll figure out what to... Honestly, if Sergei was there instead of Grimwood, I would believe it too. Because like Sergei's been the one, you know, who's been monitoring us this entire time, but yeah. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that Grimwood would be, you know, because he wears glasses. Of course it has to be him. We'll figure out what to do with the president and everyone else in the tower. Listen up. I want you to go there and settle this the way you think it needs to be done. This is more than just a job for the S3 though. You've got a duty to do this for yourselves. Okay, after I eat, I've been recording for like 5 hours straight. I need to eat. I need to stop. I've been recording for way too long. I'm too invested though. You know the crazy thing about it is that like every time when these games get close to the finale, I always end up recording for like 7 hours straight because of just, I can't put the game down. I just can't. It's too good. But I need to. Like if I don't eat, I'm gonna pass out. And we'll pick this up next time once I get to the next save area, of course. I'm not gonna cut you off now. What am I, crazy? Yes? Are you for real though? That thing's absolutely nuts. Is it true? Did Kia really make that tree appear? No, that tree is Kia. Yes, we have no reason to doubt it. The Azure tree. Final form of the artificial septarian. How unfathomable that such a thing could sprout from the delusion of man. Am I correct in assuming that even you don't know what kind of power it's capable of? Yes. All my senses tell me is that there is something extraordinary about the blue light it emits. It holds ascendancy over the elements, time, space, and mirage included. The Crois family manufactured the Septarian of Zero as a facsimile of the Septarian of Mirage. So could it be that power to control space and time was included in the process? I cannot profess to hold any insight of what the Septarian is capable of, but simply put, it would be to our benefit to assume that nothing is beyond its limits. Ah, you're kidding. A power of that magnitude would rival even Eidos herself. Whatever the case, it doesn't change what we have to do. Arios, Maribel, Mr. Grimwood, and everyone standing with them. We're gonna find out what it is, what they're really after, and we're taking Kia back. Exactly. Without a doubt. Oh heck yeah, this is starting to give me goosebumps in a good way, of course. Grace, what are you even still doing here? Shouldn't you have disembarked with Speaker McDowell? Can't it, mister? You can't tell me what to do. I've got a duty to give cross-billions the facts. There's no better plans to find them than on the front lines. So let me do my job, and the front page feature is as good as yours. This can hardly end well. Hate to change the subject, but we better get a head start prepping. You're right, there's no telling what could be waiting for us there. Fighting on the ground has ceased. There's no place in the state we can't go. There's no place in the state we can't go to with the Merkaba now. You can give the order if there's somewhere in particular you need to visit. Will do. I do. It's called the save area. Wait, I can go anywhere? Oh my gosh, I can go anywhere now. Azure tree. Okay, that's where I need to go. All right. But before closing off today, why don't we go speak to everybody? Honestly, I probably shouldn't have gone back to holding up my base in the geofront. What's going on with you guys? It's too fun to pass up though. So since I'm already here, I think I'll just stick around till the end. You better be grateful, got that? I can sense a presence similar to Kia emanating from the tree. Maribel stated that the tree itself is Kia, correct? Still not sure what to make of that. What could she be trying to achieve by bringing it into existence? I don't know. Oh, hey Lloyd. Looks like you didn't get too much sleep last night. You doing okay? Yeah, I think so. Probably just fatigued from having to juggle so many crises at once. If you say so, just try not to push yourself too hard, okay? I don't know what I'd do with myself if I lost you and the others, or ideas forbid, Noe. I get scared about it sometimes. It's okay, Fran, we'll be careful. Being careful isn't enough. You need to rest up during times like these. I know, I can give you a back massage if you want. If I focus on the right pressure points, I can take out these knots like pow. That sounds more painful than relaxing. Nah, I'm good. I really appreciate the thought though. Just talking with you is enough to lift my spirits. Wow, really? You don't know how happy I am to hear that. After all, boosting the team's morale is one of my responsibilities as your operator. And trust me, you do a stellar job of it. The S3 would have a hard time working through the stress without your smiling face to greet us on the terminal screen. I'm sure everyone at the department feels the same way with you. Aw, come on, you're just flattering me. But you're right about one thing, Lloyd. I'll always be there to cheer you and the S3 on. That's why I want you to have this. Fran's charm. Is this a good luck charm? Yep, don't be shy. Go on and take it. I made it as a way to pray for your guy's safety, so I'm sure it'll work out. Well, you know. I bet it will. Thanks, this Fran. Take good care of it, okay? Oh my god, I got Fran's. What the heck? Is that a proposal? A keepsake from Fran. Handmade trinket filled with love. Is this because I maxed out her friendship? Is that why? I mean, all of their friendships are like part of one. No, it doesn't say, but it just says forge a strong bond with Kia, Fran, Cecile, Elia, and Sully. But like, it doesn't tell me which character I have. Better take care of that charm, okay, Lloyd? I made it as a way to pray for your guys' safety. I can try speaking to the others, I guess. Naturally, some of them I can't speak to right now. I wonder if Belle planned on discarding her father from the very beginning. To think Mr. Grimwood was the mastermind behind the whole plan. I can't make any sense of this, but the more I linger on it, the more confused I get. But there's one thing I know for sure, though. We have no choice but to venture to the Azure tree. Dude, fucking Grimwood is the villain. What? You really can't discount anyone, can you? You're gonna want to stock up before we make our way to the Azure tree. That said, there's a limit to what we can provide here. Might be a good idea to check in on your allies across Crossbell and visit any facilities we don't have on board. You never know what could happen next. Make sure you don't leave any regrets behind. Yep. No regrets. Don't worry. That giant tree showing up has even the holy city of Arteria in an uproar. What we have here is an unanticipated miracle, one that wasn't even referenced in any of the church's testaments. The salt pail that struck North Ambria was the same way. It's only natural our leadership would be cautious, but as long as Kia is there, we can't afford to drag our feet. I'll take full responsibility with the church for whatever we do from here, so let Abbas know when you're ready to head for the tree. Whatever you will manage to have any impact whatsoever on the Azure tree, I couldn't say. Its power rivals that of even the goddess herself, and that is no exaggeration. Never did I imagine the obsessive delusions of man would be powerful enough to spawn such a thing. You'd be surprised. I have a score to settle in that giant tree. Only then will I be able to come to terms with myself. My mind is made. We should depart as soon as we're done. Risha's fulfilled her promise to herself now that Arkansas and Crossbow City are free. Maybe she can be convinced to visit Elia. Ooh, okay. I'll try to do that. With Arias gone, command of the CDF has been transferred to Commander Bales. Your forces will now have the hands full, quelling the civil unrest caused by the Azure tree's sudden appearance. I'm tempted to go down and help them, but I know the situation is under control with the commander at the helm. Let's keep moving forward. Who cares about the huge tree? As far as we're concerned, it's just another weed for us to pull, am I right, Lloyd? As long as we remember that we're fighting to bring Keto back, we're golden. So come on, if we have time to sit around and gossip, might as well get to storming that thing. Honestly, the fact that Mr. Grimwood orchestrated everything still has me in shock. And I visited his office so often. What an oblivious fool I've been. Dudley. I have to know this, and McLean's stake in all this. And the only way to do that is to face both of them directly. This is no longer only the S3's battle to fight. I will do what I must to reveal the truth of the matter. Right with you there. What a badass. Speaking of badasses too, this is the perfect time to slot Dudley. There. Now everyone is slotted. There are no new courts. Okay, good to know. Now let's see if anyone's on the balcony, and then we will call it a day. Breaking news, massive tree springs out of the wetlands. You just can't make this stuff up. The thing's taller than Orca's tower, I bet. You can even see the Empire and the Republic. Then again, the entire continent already has its eyes on Crossbell. Is there a tree or no? I wasn't going to miss this opportunity to cover this. What's a few years off my life in return for the story of the century? Well, you have to contend with Neil if you want to win that one.